Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Bant Reclamation deck yet again in timeless format. Now some of you, including myself, has a strong hatred towards Wilderness Reclamation, but we got some new cards from the newest set, MKM, and I need to try it out if it's actually good. So in this deck, we're trying out a couple new cards. We have Doorkeeper Thrull and No More Lies. And I also added in Surveil lands after some games that I played. Had some suspicions at first, but it actually works really well in this deck considering that we're also playing with Uro, Search for Escanta, and Dig Through Time. But going back to Doorkeeper Thrull, I've actually played a more mid-range deck, less control-y deck compared to this, where we played Doorkeeper Thrull, we also played Hushbringers as well, so that once Uro does come down, you get a free 6/6 without having to sacrifice this. Since Doorkeeper Thrull says that artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. But the only reason why we're actually playing this card in this deck, even though this is a control deck, is because this has flash. So that means you don't have to tap out. So we can keep up something like Reprieve, we can keep up Counterspell, and now we also get the option to play 4 copies of No More Lies. I've also been experimenting with the number of copies of No More Lies and Counterspells. I think 4 copies of No More Lies and 2 copies of Counterspells is the correct number. Although Counterspell is technically better than No More Lies, and although we are playing 20 blue sources in the deck, countless times I've lost games where I didn't have double blue on turn 2. Eventually, I went up to 4 copies of No More Lies instead, and it's been great, especially considering that this also exiles, and that could be very relevant as well. So now in this deck, we can technically win the game with Wilderness Reclamation plus Nexus of Fate, and just continuously chaining this off, taking infinite turns. Or now you also have the option to Uro on turn 3 and just kind of win the game. As for the Omnitel tech that we're going to be bringing in the sideboard, we have 2 copies of Croson Grip. Naturally, this deck should have the edge versus a Sultai Omnitel deck because we play a lot of counterspells, but Croson's Grip can be pretty useful, especially if opponent has Veil of Summer or Spell Pierce to protect their show and tell. So having said that, I'll be showing you guys some of the games that I played in Timeless Best of 3. So let's hop on over. Let's bottom Nexus. Oh, this is that one deck. I see. This is a show and tell. We are playing against a show and tell here. I swear, it's the land. I'm gonna call it, it's the land. If you have more lands, less likely you're gonna draw land. Yep. It's so weird. I never have this problem when I play, any other deck. Like, when I play like an 18 land deck, I never have this problem. Like, I kid you not. I kid you not. The more lands you need, the less likelihood you're gonna draw lands. It's a mystery. We can take out swords as well and put in Croson's Grip. Is there anything else? I guess Fragment Reality? Okay. Only 1 blue though. I swear to God. Counterspell, you gotta go, man. Counterspell, you gotta go. You're just not it. Okay, you are definitely it now. So many tap lands. So many tap lands. So it's actually going to be pretty hard for us to tap out and play the Wilderness Reclamation. Like, we need a counter spell to back up the Wilderness Reclamation. So we gotta be careful. Yeah, a lot of passing here. They're probably, like, preparing to counter multiple cards per turn. Maybe I should have played the Forest. Sure. They just lost 1 card for no reason. So let's no more lies. Dovin's Veto. Yeah. This matchup's a little bit weird. Sometimes it's gonna go like that. Doorkeeper Thrull. I just realized we don't have a white source. Like, I just kept this hand because I saw 4 lands with Wilderness Reclamation. Thank God we draw a counterspell there. I'm gonna guess this is like some kind of a land destruction deck. Okay. Based Hallowed Fountain. Or a Blood Moon deck. One or the two. Probably Ming Boo coming out. Yep, there it is. I guess we lose if a Blood Moon comes down, though. I should have played this then. I was about to say any Uros? Any Uros? And there it is. There it frickin' is. Double lightning bolt. Okay, that's pretty gross. Double lightning bolt? Wow. That is pretty gross. Considering that... You know, speaking of luck... There it is, there it is. Bone Crusher Giant. Very interesting. Okay, well, we can't freely attack anymore because... Should I just use this? They have a Deathrite Shaman. Just gonna play it. We don't have a second Mystic Sanctuary in this deck. I think we just need to Nexus of Fate. 3 cards in the yard. I can't attack yet. I need a way to like kill one of these. Another Thrall, no. Well, that's another Uro, but... Not exactly what we're looking for still. That could be it. Not gonna lie. That's a good one. Very nice. Very, very nice. Swords. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now we can start attacking. I wanted them to block with the Bone Crusher Giant and a 2/2 so that I can block and then kill it, but didn't work out. So, I mean, they saw the threats of the Skull and the Uro. Not the Skull, Thrull in that matchup. I'm gonna assume they're... I mean, they have so many creatures. Opponent has so many creatures. I don't... the thing is, can I even protect Oko somehow? Is it possible? I'm leaning something like this. Oh yeah, I need another Veil of Summer. But they're playing Bolt, Bolt. This seems more like, instead of a Chund, they're playing more Gruul. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they're playing more Gruul. Yeah, let's try this. Like, the thing is, they just have... Oh, man. I don't like this hand too much, but I feel like I still should keep it, like... It's still pretty decent. The problem is I don't have a turn 1 play, so... If they have a Blood Moon here, I lose the game, I guess. Maybe the deck has just too many tap lands. Yeah, look. Oh, man. Okay, thank God. It somehow worked out. Okay, the way they're sequencing makes me think that they have Veil of Summer. Bone Crusher Giant? Yeah, I heavily regret that I sided in this Oko. Let's get rid of that 2/2. Oh no! What am I doing, you dumbass? I'm actually so sad about that. Yeah, I think with these ones, we're just grabbing basics. We're just grabbing basics. We had enough. I guess we'll eat our own Uro? Potentially? Hmm. Nexus? Wilderness Reclamation. And I guess... maybe a Divine Purge. The opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant at the moment. Okay, I got super punished. We don't really care about that too much. Since we have a Uro Fragment Reality. And a Crosson's Grip. Maybe I should also Swords. Swords now, since it's pretty annoying right now. Okay, Veil of Summer used. We're a bit open here. Maybe I should have grabbed No More Lies. Pretty annoying. Let me see what I can use, actually. Three there, and then I Memory Deluge. Fine. Or I can Nexus now. Yeah, maybe I Nexus now. Get rid of the moon. I need to set up Wilderness Reclamation somehow. Nexus. Reprieve. The thing is, we're just going to die to this Rolling Vortex. Tough. Tough game. We have to do this, right? Nah. We couldn't find it. We could not find it. That feels awful. Darn. Sorry about, like, lack of commentating this game. Like, I'm so sad about the game too. Like, that misclick was just so bad. I'm kind of tilted, playing pretty bad now. I probably should have, like... I probably should have grabbed No More Lies instead of this Divine Purge. Like, that's why we're losing, right? Okay, we see a Doorkeeper. Looking for an Uro here. Okay, that was a hard mulligan. Maybe a Necropone's deck? Perhaps. Wow, they surrendered after that. Kind of insane. Okay, Crowson's Grip is going to be pretty nice against Necropones, right? They can't react to it. So unless they have like a second copy of it, I feel like it should be pretty good. I think they're playing the bunch of 1-drops with the Springleaf Drum. I think Divine Purge is gonna be pretty good. Doorkeeper Thrull against their deck? Probably not as good. It's a good blocker, but it's about it. Maybe let's do a 2-2 split. Okay, that's a no. That is... perhaps a yup. Perhaps a yup. Yeah, this is most likely Necropone's deck. The rest first, though. We're just gonna take the damage. Hopefully the lands keep coming. You know? Hopefully the lands keep coming. Because I want to be able to destroy the Necropones as soon as it comes down. I guess I can block now. Okay, they go for the sacrifice. One ring. Okay. Okay, they got me. I didn't expect one ring. Definitely not. I expected Necropones though. Because they were playing something like Shambling Gas and stuff. Feels bad. Need another breeding pool. Reprieve? How good is a reprieve? I guess... it's not that good? It's not the most amazing card, but it does let me draw into my combo stuff. Okay, that was insane. Wilderness Reclamation. Nice. So we can Nexus of Fate now. Let me see. One. Do we want anything from the graveyard? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll go Nexus of Fate. Nice. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit lucky here, but that's okay. We love to be lucky. Nice. Nice. Okay, Doorkeeper Thrull with Uro seems pretty good, right? Man, oh man, hopefully we get something good. I think Nexus of Fate has to go. Right. That really sucks. That really sucks. But I think I have to play it anyways. Because I need something other than Uro, right? Not the memory deluge. I think we're working with the show and tell right now. Because opponent kept a really bad hand. So we actually, like, we need to look for a way to get rid of that. I'm so surprised by this. Like, you just not care about Uro coming down? Potentially? We don't have a second copy of Mystic Sanctuary in this deck. Yeah, we found a Reprieve. That's actually really good. No more lies, no more lies. Wilderness Reclamation. I don't think we can memory the Luge. I don't think so. I do think we can reprieve here. I'm thinking whether or not I should. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll still have no more lies up. What are they playing? Like, what is this? Maybe like a Sultai mid-range or something like that. Kind of the gist with that I'm getting. Yeah. I think it's the fact that I see an Oko means that it's not a show and tell deck. It is not a show and tell deck. I think I'll have an Oko of my own. I want to cut a dig. Might be wrong. Also cut a memory deluge. I just want to be like mid-range as possible. I'll cut a search. I'll cut a nexus. Like we're not trying to combo off here. We're just gonna play mid-range. Veil of Summer. Halfling turn 1. I don't... No. I do have to get rid of the Delighted Halfling. Don't I? I was gonna wait for potentially, a Veil of Summer turn in case, like, they have a Thoughtseize or something like that. But I forgot they play Oko. I think I'm actually supposed to play Forest and pass. Okay, so it's a natural order deck. Nice. Nice. So now we also have a Veil of Summer plus a counterspell, which is pretty sick. Bowmaster? Sure. We just want stuff in the yard for Dig Through Time. I think this is a good Oko turn, right? They can't kill the Oko, and we have a counter spell, and then we can Nexus next turn.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. It's not poisoned. Trust me. Ooh, I feel so alive.
Yeah, I think we... actually... Do we want to do that when we have an Uro? Maybe not.
I invite you to change your ways.
We'll attack. Nice. Okay. Alright, so I played 10 games. We went exactly 5 and 5. Not so great, I want to say, but it is definitely playable. It is definitely playable. But I will say some of the losses were kind of a non-game. I lost on turn 2 both times. Like, I played against a Belcher deck that had double channels on turn 2. Considering that this deck actually doesn't play any Spell Pierce, there's actually nothing you can do when opponent just plays channel on turn 2 and you just kind of lose the game. And some of the games I just kind of lost because of my player error, as you've seen from second game there. I misclicked on an island and I just kind of lost and tilted the entire way. And the other time, as you can see here, playing a Blood Moon gives you no stop for a potential removal. It just goes. So unless you have exactly full control on the entire time, you will not be able to actually get rid of Blood Moon, since most of the times you're not going to be playing the game with full control. So it's kind of messed up, since it actually does not give you any priority. So you just have to know opponent is going to be playing Blood Moon, so you have to play full control the entire time. Otherwise, you could get screwed like this. So from last time, we're continuing the Doorkeeper Thrull plus the Uro plan. This is such an insane combo. Like, if you can somehow get this out, on turn 3, good chance you're just gonna win the game. Of course, it's kind of matchup dependent, but very hard to get rid of, right? And again, No More Lies is just too good. I think the 2 counterspell is fine, but this is a Bant Reclamation deck, so being able to play like being able to play double counterspell might be a bit tough. Like, yes, we are playing 20 blue sources, but it is actually harder than it seems. I can't even count how many times I've lost because I can't use a counterspell on turn 2. Because I was only playing 3 copies of No More Lies, and every time the situation where the counterspell came up and I couldn't cast it on turn 2, I was really wishing that I had No More Lies instead. So eventually I did go up to 4 copies of No More Lies in this deck instead of the 4th copy of Uro. And I think that's fine because we have a lot of draw spells. We have Memory Deluge, we have Dig Through Time to get to our Uro. So even if you get the Uro out late, I think it's perfectly okay. And at the later stages of the game, I actually went up to 2 copies of Surveillance. We have the Archive here, and we have the Maze here. I think that's a lot better compared to playing a Triome, in my opinion. Because we're playing Dig Through Time and Uro, so I think naturally having something like this is gonna be a lot better, since they're both tap lands anyways. But yeah, like I said, the deck was okay, and I was trying out Crossen's Grip against the Sultai Omnitel deck. And I think this is a pretty good answer to the Omniscient deck. But if you don't have this card, I don't think you should worry about it too much. I think you should play something like... You can just play more Counterspell if you wanted to. But the split second does sometimes matter. Especially if you have something... if opponent has something like Born Upon the Wind. Since this is a new tech the Omnitel decks are using to get through some of the enchantment hates. So what they would do is they would play Show and Tell into Omniscience onto the battlefield, and then you cast Born Upon a Wind at an instant speed, and just play out the combo at an instant speed, so you can't actually get rid of the Omniscience. And Crossland's Grip kind of bypasses that. Split Second means that they can't actually play any cards to react to this. And another thing that's really nice about this card is that it bypasses Veil of Summer. Naturally, this deck has a lot of counter spells, right? So you're going to be able to counter most of the things. So you have a counter spell there. But if they have a Veil of Summer on top of the show and tell, then you would need something like a Crossland Script to actually get rid of it. I mean, it's just an experiment. I haven't really actually came across a situation where the Crossland Script would be useful, other than the fact that this actually destroyed a Blood Moon in one game. But I guess this could be also useful in a mirror match as well, like Wilderness Reclamation. You can get rid of it and they can't really respond to it. So those are the kind of situations that can come up. And I think the deck is cool, just that it's very difficult to play. A lot of brain power, and it's also not the strongest deck, so you also have to use a lot more effort to win some of the games in timeless format. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.